Can you hear that? People are whispering in Washington.
Our law enforcement officers are telling us that people are coming up to them on the street, and they said a lot of people are walking by whispering, saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. They're hearing stories every single night and day of people saying that they feel safe now to walk their own neighborhood where they live.
D.C.'s turning into MAGA country? Robberies and carjackings are down huge. Look at that. And MS-13's going adios.
Last night, there were a total of 52 arrests, including the arrest of an illegal alien MS-13 gang member with convictions for DWI and drug possession. Other arrests last night included assault with a deadly weapon for stabbing, parole violation for robbery, murder, outstanding warrant for attempted murder, assault on federal law enforcement officer, and felony assault.
The city's happy, police are happy. Democrats, they think it's the second Civil War.
I'm always thinking all the time that the actions that this administration and this president is taking will start a civil war, in some of these cities. When he says, it's Liberation Day and all of these things, those are, ways of him saying, it's white power. It's what I want to do. Those are racist remarks. His number one targets are cities that are led by Black mayors. His number one targets are cities that are sanctuary cities that, support immigration.
McIver just admitted that cities run by Black mayors are riddled with crime. Democrats are going to get killed on crime, the same way they did on the border. They haven't learned anything. Joy Reid thinks Miller's worried Jose is going to take his job.
They don't have to worry about competition from Black and brown people because Stephen Miller and Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth from Fox and all the other people who are unqualified for their jobs are deleting all the Blacks and the browns and making sure that they all get deported and locked up so that they don't have to compete and cannot compete.
Democrats are the ones who can't compete. Did they already forget about the landslide? And they ran away from Texas as soon as they didn't get their way. Well, the Fleabaggers already caved. They're back in the Lone Star, and Abbott won't let them go anywhere without an escort. So one Democrat said, fine, I'm not leaving the Capitol. She's sleeping on the House floor. First, they wouldn't come back, and now they won't leave. This stunt, not going to pay off. The Fleabaggers wanted the spotlight and ended up embarrassing themselves and the family. Speaking of embarrassing, Democrats are singing again in Espanol.
Everybody, hoo-hoo-ya, hoo-hoo-ya, el flautín.
They can't afford Beyonce anymore, so they hired a mariachi band. The Democrats need a daddy.
Somebody has to be the adult. And you know why the Democrats have been successful despite crappy messaging and no platform? Because they have been the adult in the room. And voters have thought, okay, at least they're constitutionalists. At least they're the adult in the room. And if you stop behaving as the adult in the room, we don't have an adult in the room anymore.
Democrats just don't want to grow up. They want to fight, fight, fight.
When we had the trifecta, the House, the Senate, and the White House, Democrats were so busy, so focused on proving that we were the adults in the room, when we forgot to demonstrate that we're the fighters in the room.
But Democrats aren't fighters. When there's trouble, they whine, run, and hide.
People ask me all the time, why haven't you ever had Hillary or Bill Clinton on? Why didn't you have Kamala on during the last campaign? You think we don't ask? We ask these people every week. They say no. They're afraid to come on the show of a guy who voted for them. The Republicans, they show up. And when they do, they take their beating like a man.
Here's the secret. If you want to be successful, do what DeSantis does.
People ask me like, Florida, you guys are leading this. You just, how you do it? I was like, as governor of Florida, I get this great cheat code. All I got to do is look to New York, Illinois, California, and then do the opposite.
James Carville's a Democrat strategist. How you doing, James?
Oh, man, I'm pretty good. I tell you, man, my party's in trouble. I'll tell you what I do. I'll make a deal with you. The same deal I made with Piers Morgan. I'll lay 5 points and take the Democrat in Virginia. You're on for $1,000.
I mean, I don't even know who's running in Virginia, James. I'm not going to take your money.
You know? Oh, okay.
Okay,
Well,
but
what
listen,
about
it's
New
probably
Jersey?
Spamberger, because that's what Perino's always talking about. Is it Spamberger?
Okay, I'm giving you 5 points. You're taking the most pathetic political party in the history of Western democracy.
I'll take it. Well,
and I'm
it's
giving
a
you
done
5.
deal. I'll take it.
Okay, we're on for a grand.
I got one for you, Carville. I challenge you to get your former people, Hillary and Bill, to do Bill Maher's show. Why are they afraid of Bill Maher?
But why would an ex-president and an ex-presidential nominee and a Secretary of State go on Bill Maher? I mean, it doesn't really make any sense.
I mean, Barack Obama did a podcast with a woman in a bathtub.
By the way, he doesn't. But President Clinton doesn't go on Rachel Maddow. So what are you talking about? Why? I mean, what does that mean? I mean, it's kind of a non sequitur.
He was just saying that the Democrats don't have what it takes to win if they won't even do a friendly interview with a Democrat like Bill Maher.
Well, we lost by 1.7 points as a landslide. Oh, well, wow, I didn't know that. But I'm giving points in Virginia. I'm taking them in New Jersey. I think we're going to do fine.
Right.
And I don't think the party's in danger of collapsing.
Do the Democrats, James, do the Democrats need a daddy?
We need a presidential nominee. You're exactly right. We will not have a unified message in our party until the 2028 election. We have tons of really strong candidates. And I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to romp and stomp in 2026. And I think secretly
you're going to romp and stomp. Are you going to romp and stomp if you guys are cheering for crime? Why are you against Trump cracking down on crime in D.C.?
Let's look at it. The Clinton-Biden crime bill caused the biggest drop of crime in the United States history. The crime rate in 2024, the last year of the Biden administration, is the lowest it was in 15 years. I have no idea of what you're talking about. And by the way, the governor of Louisiana is deploying our National Guard on August the 19th to Washington, D.C. in the middle of hurricane season. That is dumber than a second coat of paint.
Okay, well, that might look pretty dumb.
That's really
if
dumb.
a Hurricane Cat 5 strikes you guys. But talk about the crime. I mean, you
Well,
heard
I don't
people
know that
talk
it's- I
about
hope it
they can't
doesn't.
go out to dinner in D.C. You've heard about big balls getting pummeled. You've heard about the carjackings, MS-13. You're saying that that's a problem to go after these guys?
I'm saying that the Louisiana National Guard can stand outside the Capitol Hill and take pictures with the Louisiana congressional delegation being taken to dinner. I go to dinner in Washington, D.C. all the time. I have literally never heard a person say, I'm not going to dinner in Washington, D.C. tonight. And by the way, the crime rate in Washington, D.C. was what, down 26%?
I bet you I can find that person in the commercial break, and then we'll be even when I lose to Spamberger. All right?
It costs again, look at the numbers. Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, most successful piece of crime legislation in the history of the United States.
Okay. James, I love you, and I don't want to take your money, but the bet's
I love
a
you
bet.
too, Jesse.
We'll
Thank
talk
you.
soon.
You always give me a fast shot, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.